Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Thalassocracy miniseries in the Humankind closed beta. Today's session will see us diving into the medieval era, and folks, as we do that, we will be finally unlocking all of the abilities that will allow us to fulfill our hopes and dreams. I was talking about this a bit at the end of last session, and it occurred to me literally within the last 20 seconds of the last session that the next culture we pick will actually enable us to not only explore the waters a bit more freely, but also to establish colonies across some of these yet untamed lands, I suppose we could call them. So I'm very excited for today's session and for everything that is to come, because not only will we get that, but the next culture we'll be picking will also be a change from these merchant cultures we've had for the previous two eras. So lots of exciting stuff to come, folks. Just want to mention really quickly before we dive into it, that if you've been enjoying this series, if you've been enjoying the Humankind coverage on this channel, then please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and perhaps a comment down below. Let me know what you've liked, let me know what I could have done better. I always read all of the comments, so if you have any feedback for me or for the game in general, or if you just would like to share your opinion about literally anything, go ahead, leave a comment down below. And again, I do look at the number of likes and comments in general to get an understanding of what people are enjoying on the channel versus what they're not. Again, it's why this mini-series exists. It's because of the response to the first two mini-series from that Victor Open Dev. The other thing I want to mention really quickly is, folks, if you are interested in picking the game up for yourself, if you pick it up at the link I have included in the description down below, also probably in the pinned comment down below, you will be supporting the channel as you grab the game. No obligation, of course, but just thought I would mention it. And beyond that as well, again, folks, if you're looking for people to play this game with eventually when it releases, if you want to play some multiplayer, don't hesitate to join our Discord. In fact, whether you're looking to play this game or not, you should join our Discord. Fantastic community, great people to hang out with, great place to hang out. So just throwing that out there. Again, link to that will be in the description down below as well. Now, with that said, let's get this party started, shall we? Like I said, we're going to be diving into the medieval era right off the bat. I was a bit hesitant at the end of the previous session, but with our Cothons in place, there's no reason to hold back anymore. Let's go ahead and shift our attention to what comes next. Again, there are many options, and in fact, I think, to be fair, now might be the time when there's only one kind of clear and obvious answer. The Norsemen. Of all the cultures that are available to us for the medieval era, I feel like the Norsemen are the most fitting as far as a Thalassocracy is concerned, as far as a people who expanded and extended their power over the seas primarily. Again, explorers, conquerors, traders, all sorts, but it definitely kind of fits the bill, right? So the Norsemen we shall be. I actually have not played as the Norsemen yet, so I'm excited for this. And you can see the little descriptor over here as well works quite nicely with this Thalassocracy approach. And in fact, if we take a look at some of their unique buildings and units, you'll see exactly how this lines up perfectly. So first of all, Stormborn as our era trait will allow us to move a lot faster in the water, and it'll increase our combat strength for naval units. Now, just as a reminder, these legacy traits, I call them era traits, I think these legacy traits, they apply for all eternity. So the ones we got in the previous era and the era prior to that, they're still going to apply. And Stormborn will continue to apply well into the future as well. So these advantages will be sort of intrinsic to our people as we start moving around with ironclads and U-boats and what have you. So just keep that in mind. The Naust over here, once again, a replacement for the harbor, also a naval unit spawn, also allows units to embark without any movement point cost. That stuff is standard for the harbor. But you can see over here, it bumps up food and it bumps up money gain through ransacking, tying into, the act of Viking, I suppose. But that food increase compared to the industry increase of the Kothon and the gold increase of the Haven is just something to keep in mind. And as we look further down, the Langskip is exciting. With Seafaring Mastery, so we'll want to rush to that as soon as possible, we'll be able to get the Langskip. And as you can see, with a high sea trait there, it ignores any penalties from deep water. This is also a Naval Transport. So this is what will replace our units when they embark on the water to, travel across ocean tiles. So with the Langskip, we should be able to travel as far and as wide as we want across the waters to claim territories, to colonize, to conquer, and do everything we want. So With that said, the enemy's coastlines are long, and we are many. We shall adopt the culture of the Norsemen and enter the medieval era.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor.
Alright folks, this is going to be an interesting gear shift as far as our overall approach to things are concerned as well. Because we've gone from being merchants to being militarist, which means being aggressive is just beneficial to us all around. I was speaking briefly, I think, in the previous episode about how these people down over here are sort of encroaching on our territory, by which I mean every single water tile there ever was. So maybe we go exploring these lands and see if there isn't anything to, well, take. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes, there very much will be. So again, we are a militarist people now, which means that rather than gaining the most amount of fame by acquiring merchant stars, i.e. money, we get the most amount of fame by acquiring militarist stars, i.e. killing enemy military units. So that should definitely be our focus. Of course, everything else is still important as well. As we rack up stars, we've seen how quickly we've been able to move through the eras, but we should kind of live up to that militarist title, I suppose. Just like we've been chasing money for the previous couple of eras, we should perhaps chase war for this era. Should be good. Should be pretty good. But I think, yes, then, with that said, I think we'll push down from Sidon, move across these rivers over here, move across these, not rivers, I guess it's a sea over here. It's a very, very, very big river otherwise. And, yeah, make some moves down over here. A surprise war or two, a little bit of raiding, a little bit of ransacking, and hopefully some territorial gain. Up top over here is a unit of archers. We'll want them to come down over here as quickly as possible. It'll take 8 turns. My god, 9 turns, 8 turns. Alright, quickly now, quickly now. We're not going to wait for these guys only, of course. Like I said, we're going to be recruiting more soldiers as well. And I believe we did acquire the wheel recently. So we should also be able to, yes, use these roads, and that'll be quite helpful. Now, at Sidon, we have, and again, I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciations here. Bear with me, folks, and feel free to educate me as well. I always welcome that. But at Sidon, in 1 turn, we will have the House of Scribes completed. I could just pay for it. We have the Noust available within 4 turns. Again, +5 food for coastal waters, adjacent lakes. +1 food per saffron on farmers' quarters. Interesting. And again, +50 money from Ransack on Empire. There's some opportunities over here. What I'm wondering is, which of the, does it make sense to establish this, right over here? We're able to disembark without, penalties to movement and stuff right here. Do we need to put one down right next to it as well, or is there another spot for it? I guess there really kind of isn't. They're all pretty much right next to each other. So why don't we go ahead and establish this one over here, I suppose, and then we can establish another one down over here, and this will look pretty slick, I think. We won't be able to do the same thing over here, unfortunately, but we can do it over here. Yeah, sure, let's do that. I like it. Aesthetics are a deciding factor. Now, this will hurt stability a bit, so let's just very quickly check. We're going up to 96%, so all right, we will eventually establish this. The House of Scribes will complete first, then we've got the Fishmonger, and then we will get the Noust going. We've got time. We've got time. Meanwhile, oh, you know what? I should also consider our population is decently large over here. I should consider what units to recruit here. We can get some spearmen. They are better than the warriors. Or I can just, you know what? Let's wait 1 turn and have access to the swordsmen, though we will need iron for that. Do we have access to iron? We will down over here with Byblos. We'll just pay for this, I suppose. And then I think that's all the iron. There's the iron up over here as well, but no one's claimed it yet. Perhaps we should before somebody else does, I guess. But at least we have access to some, right? At least we have access to some. All right, fair enough. What else is going on? Over here, these guys are still exploring. No harm in doing that again, right, of course. And we should actually be able to move a little bit further than previously, yes, because of our what's it called? Era... I keep forgetting the names of these things. These things. The title isn't given over here. Stormborn over here will give us the extra naval movement speed. Legacy trait. There we go. Legacy trait. It's weird. We actually missed out on the one from the Neolithic era, even though we acquired all the science like pickups that we needed. So it's kind of strange that hasn't triggered. Didn't trigger this time. It didn't trigger a recent previous time that I've played as well. But it used to be pretty consistent, so I'm curious about that. Alright, that's our turn. I suppose it is. One turn down here, one turn up over here. Alright, let's call it. It's going to be interesting. And then we'll pick our research according to our sort of culture as we move forward. Let's go ahead and look for... What was it again? Seafaring Mastery. 37 turns away. Oh my god. So foreign outposts over to Seafaring Mastery. I suppose that's not entirely unreasonable for us to chase. We've kind of skipped past the War Elephant, unfortunately. We can still recruit them if we get Mounted Warfare. We can still recruit them. But we were just kind of like, yeah, moving past it. So sure. Foreign outposts is the only thing that leads to Seafaring Mastery. So foreign outpost it shall be. 18 turns it shall take. And then Seafaring Mastery. Okay. Taking a quick look back over here to see if there's anything else super important that I'm kind of skipping over. Domestication, masonry. It is a little funny. This is the funniest feeling thing, I'll be honest, with how technology advances through the ages. It's the most, I would say it's the most awkward aspect of the game. Is reconciling how how technology versus the eras move along. Go ahead and pay for this iron mine over here. Not all that expensive. And at Sidon, let's go ahead and get these, ooh. We can actually get chariots as well, because we're importing cavalry from our vassals. We can actually get chariots if we want to. Swordsmen for sure. Go ahead and pay for you. Yep. Get back to working on the Noust over here, and then these guys are headed over. I think I should be able to... No, I can't upgrade these guys. Interesting. I would have assumed scouts... I guess not. I guess they become cavalry scouts or what have you. Warriors, I think, become swordsmen, now that I think about it. So why don't we go ahead and get another unit of swordsmen over here. 148 gold, that's why. Stick to the Noust. Next turn, we'll go ahead and pay for the swordsmen, and we'll move across the water together. I don't think we'll need too many armies or anything to make any moves down over here, hopefully. But we'll find out, I suppose, soon enough. Go ahead and continue exploring down over here. Gone a little too far there. I want to make sure I don't lose this unit. And would you look at that? World deed accomplished. First to discover Lake Hillier. Alright, cool. You know what? That's super cool. Just the fact that because we've taken to the waters, the next closest culture to finding this must be, you know, years away. Like turns away, you know what I mean? That's a pretty cool feeling. Lake Hillier. A site more likely found in the unreality of dream time than in waking hours, the lake is a place of spiritual rejuvenation. It's also quite fitting because Lake Hillier, again, I believe is in Australia. The Dreamtime reference suggests as much. So, you know, again, the idea of having to travel through the waters to come across it is... I like it. It's making me very happy, let's put it that way. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. What else do we need to do over here? We have the idle city of Byblos. Could establish a Noust over here as well. We are actually losing food right now. Maybe we should get a farmer's quarters. +8 for food versus the plus 19. Okay, well that makes the decision a lot easier. +19 and +3. +19 and +3. Looking at the food and the gold. Stability over here is at 41%. So we are able to establish you, sure. This is this lineup of docks over here. I mean, it's fitting. It's not too abnormal or anything, I would say. But, yeah, sure, let's pop you down over here. There, it'll cost 690, so I guess we'll wait. We do have the city watch that I want to establish, +5 stability on garrison, and we've got a couple of them here, right? We've got this one over here. We've got another one down over here, so that's 2, and I think we have a third one. No, I think it's just the 2, right? Oh, no, the third one over here. So... that should be +5 each, so +15. Not a bad thing to have, considering how we've built this space up. But again, yes, I do need to get a bit of a science focus as well to actually make some progress. I'm a little concerned about how quickly we're going to acquire any of the technologies I need to acquire before the end of the game comes through, you know? These guys are moving down this way. Okay, fair enough. Oh, I see. You're gonna get on over here. Okay. And I guess they are able to move more quickly on the water now, so it makes sense to stick to the water for a little bit longer. Wonderful Lake Hyliae has been locked by another empire. How have they... Oh, you know what? Okay. It's because the Hittites are our vassals, and the Nubians we're sharing maps with. That's why they've discovered it. I was like, wow, way to take the glory away. But no, that's fair, that's fair. The Hittites have discovered these stunning Appalachian Mountains. How are they the ones to discover it? This I don't understand. This I don't understand the how that system works. The Hittites feel differently about me. Hate-filled. Ooh, that war support is growing. Try me, buddy. Try me. Because I will crush you. Honestly, you're this pockmark on my territory, so I will crush you absolutely. Get these guys moving over here. Get our swordsmen out over here as well. Almost a full stack. Get these guys paid for. 2 turns. Yeah, sure. Good stuff. 4 turns up over here. These guys are coming through as well. Yep. Hang tight. Scoot you down, I think, this way. And keep moving. I mean, we found some spots with some decent resources. Like we got some iron over here. We got more iron and copper over here as well. So we'll probably try and establish ourselves over here first. Go ahead and explore this little archipelago over here. See if there's anything of value. Doesn't seem to be the case. It looks like we have another civic available. Land and freedom. The Empire is a vast, glorious land of mountains and grasslands, stretching countless leagues, and full of wonders and mysteries. Over many generations, your people have subdued many of its corners, but now you must ask the question, to whom do these lands truly belong? So land rights, again, we can do either communal land or inherited land. Inherited land moves towards individualism, allowing us to use money as opposed to influence to make attachments. Again, I don't think either of these decisions are urgent for us right now, but I feel like the individualism is more fitting for well, like based on what we've talked about in the past, right? Now, one thing I realized I need to do is actually pick out a wonder. We've unlocked a wonder a while ago, and I didn't end up picking one out, which is unfortunate. The Colossus of Rhodes, the militia are not lost over time during sieges, gives us extra stability and fame. Lighthouse of Alexandria is probably the one we're going to go with. +2 vision height, +5 vision range. On naval units, it gives us +1 combat strength and +2 naval movement speed. I feel like the Lighthouse of... both of these would work. I feel like the Lighthouse of Alexandria is perhaps a bit more appropriate. Let's go ahead and get that for ourselves, and we'll get, if we can, we'll get the Colossus of Rhodes as well. We just got to be quick about establishing the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Go ahead and claim this one. We've had access to it for so long. It's kind of unfortunate that I hadn't previously picked it up already. Can I rush you? 591. Not for a while. Okay. This will take 29 turns. That's not a long time at all. Alright, fair enough. Keep these guys moving. These guys moving as well. Move in next turn. And yeah, I think we'll go to war with these guys. Now, the funny thing is that these guys are, again, hate-filled. I do wonder if there's anything we can do to... I wish there was more to relationship management of a vassal. It kind of feels like you've made them your vassal, and now, sure, we can grant them their freedom, but we're not going to do that. But now, either we declare war on them to further crush them, or we grant them freedom. There's no kind of middle ground. There's no making them happy so that they don't decide to stand against us. You know what I mean? None of that. There is none of that. I wonder if we establish a couple of nousts on these. We've got the influence for it. Sure, let's pop you down over here. We've got so much influence. Pop you down up over here. Sure. These, like, I don't mind the look of having harbors, you know, back to back to back. I suppose it's fitting in some ways. Sure, +4, +3, that's not really all that significant. I wonder if waiting a little bit longer isn't a bad idea over here. We'll have time. Plenty of time. Sure, let's establish you over here. Alright. Makes sense, right? You don't ever have just like one rickety dock somewhere. You have a bunch of them, right? For a bunch of ships. For an entire armada even. That's this turn done though. The Hittites are now the Achaemenid Persians. They enter the classical era while we enter the medieval era. They're well enough behind us. A watery grave. Ooh. The great coastal city of Byblos sends fishing crews far up and down the surrounding coastline. Now, one of the new crews has made a startling discovery. Wreckage of an ancient galley lying well preserved in shallow waters. After brief scouting, an experienced diver offers to explore with their gang and promises a fixed payoff for the Empire. They warn that the expedition isn't for the inexperienced. What is your choice? We could contract them. A professional should be used, probably not a bad idea. Let the dead sleep, lest we offend their old gods. No. That is too traditional for our way of life. And mobilize shifts us towards a homeland focus as opposed to a world focus. So yes, we have the money, just barely. A professional should be used. A risk fee reward is worth losing some of the full bounty. Good stuff. Make that money. Alright, these guys are still moving. In fact, actually, now that we've made that money, good not to rush you still. How about you? To help with the stability? No. Keep forgetting how much it costs. We have room for more. Population is dropping, eh? Or were to establish... Well, that's why I kind of want to rush this thing. 375. Next turn we'll be able to rush it, because we'll get some food out of it. Alright, very well. Go ahead and group you guys up together. These guys together will make an army. Again, unfortunate about the scout, I suppose. But we'll make do with them. What's the deal over here? Pull back and scout a bit more. 15 turns for these foreign outposts, eh? Pull back this way a little bit. Now these might be decent, like, strategic holdings, but they certainly don't feel valuable as far as resources are concerned. Our turn, alright, good stuff. All the way over here, continue taking a peek around these islands. Still nothing. Alright, fair enough. Pull back up. Again, I want to stay safe not to take damage in the deep water, right? Wasn't sure if this was safe to cross, and probably not. We can maybe cross over here, so we have a bit of a safety net up there. Now, having Lake Hylia gives us influence, stability, and money. Very well. We might want to establish that. Lots of spots to establish cities, though. It's exciting. It's very exciting. In fact, I wonder... Nah, it'll be some time before we can move somebody this far, right? 30 turns still, I think. Soon, though. Soon. Very soon. 30 turns isn't as long as it sounds. Go ahead and make your way over. Who are we dealing with here? We'll find out soon enough. Good stuff. There's the Naust over here. Yep. And up over here. We can afford it. I don't like these guys making these moves. I feel like they're getting kind of aggressive. Not a fan of that. It's a -2 right now, but when we pay for this, 17. Alright, good stuff. +1 in 4 turns. Good stuff, good stuff. City Watch will allow that to happen, and then I think we'll chase after the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Just to get her done. We're really kind of concerned about...
A pleasure to see you
okay, no.
again.
We're okay. They look like they might be falling in line. They haven't pushed any of their demands or anything. Okay, we'll see. Alright, let's make landfall over here. And see what's up. And meanwhile, up over here. Let's creep up over to here. Man, the extra naval movement bonus is huge. Absolutely huge. Idle City at Sidon. Why don't we go ahead and establish a research quarter? Yeah, we gotta pick up the pace on technology. Otherwise, we're gonna fall way behind. Era versus tech, we're gonna fall way behind. Our turn done here. Population gains. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Continue exploring down here as well. Ooh, hello. Porcelain. Alright. Word of our empire has reached the Celts. I assume these are the Celts then. We have to declare war if we want to do anything now that we've met each other officially. The Haruppans eventually became the Celts. Look at that. The Haruppans grow very quickly. This is actually scary. We should maybe consider recruiting, yes, more soldiers before we dive into this. Population of 9 over here. Wonder if we really want to spend that. How much will you cost me? 356? Flood irrigation? No, I don't want flood irrigation. What I want is maybe the granary. +2 food per farmer. The granary. That seems reasonable. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Get you done. Pay that 300. Again, just try to grow a little bit faster so we have the pops to raise armies with. And the research quarter over here as well. Let's go for it. From 11 turns, from 132 up to 139.7. Still 11 turns, but it's a marginal increase. We can actually establish the school as well now. +1 science on research quarters. For adjacent research quarter, and then +2 science on the research quarter itself as well. Go ahead and do that. And as we acquire some wealth, we'll recruit some more troops as well. We'll pay for them. Out over here. Send you out. What else is up over here? Nothing. It looks like nothing. Pretty small island, it seems. There might be a resource or something tucked away somewhere over here that we're not seeing. Now, this is unfortunate. These guys are pretty much stuck here until we declare war. Celts.
Help me make this world a better place for all our peoples.
Benevolent, careful, and trusting. Peace and love is are their leanings. Don't think so. I don't think so. We'll see what comes of it. Let's recruit. Well, let's use this opportunity to recruit some more troops, I suppose. See if our presence here gains us any war desire or anything like that. Lose gold if we put you down over here. That's not a good idea. No perfect spots for these. No perfect spots for these for sure. Let's go ahead and, I guess, drop you down over here, and then we have a room to expand a bit. Sure. Lose a little bit of food. I don't love it, but we'll deal. Okay, good stuff. Thank you very much. The Celts want to trade luxuries. I will counteroffer, and they will refuse. Very well. No interest in making friends. If they have things to trade, then they have things that are worth taking. Move over, see what's going on over here. Whole lot of nothing, it looks like. Bit of a risk, potentially. Keep moving. Yeah, I might need to come back next turn. Might have overextended myself over here. Fair enough, fair enough. You guys are stuck here still. And up over here, the battle for the mind. The great city of Byblos is bursting at the seams, countless souls pressed within the city's tight borders. In the dense, squalid quarters, cases of madness are on the rise. Religious leaders contend that demonic forces are behind the afflictions, while the philosophers argue for natural causes. Both are strong voices in the Empire with competing solutions. What is your response? Well, study, of course. It aligns with our kind of progress axis, and persons with knowledge of medicines should aid the afflicted. Learning on 3 cities, giving us a decent boost to science for 10 turns. Taking this from needing 10 turns to taking 7 turns. That's not bad. It is like, it sounds like a small number, but these numbers add up. Duh. But they make a bigger difference than they seem to make sometimes. What happened here? Oh, we're going to take damage because we're standing in unfriendly territory. I see. Okay, well then let's pull back, let's heal, and we'll come back. How about that then? I'm not going to begin this war with our units injured. That doesn't make any sense. Alright. Go ahead and get some... what do we have over here? We've got 1 archer, 2 archer, 2 swordsmen. So why don't we go ahead and get ourselves another set of archers here. And pay for you. Swordsman will cost us how much? Go and pay for you. Alright. Another stack just about to be made. You know, we can probably get actually another soldier as well. Let's go ahead and get, maybe some spears? Nah, swordsmen are better. Spears are good against cavalry, sure. Let's go with the swords. 162, we don't have the money for it? Alright, fair enough. Looks like this will be our army. These 4 and these 3, perhaps. Our faith is moving onwards as well. A second level of tenets. Bear not false witness. The workings of the universe can only be discovered through truthful testimony, regardless of providence. Again, I feel like it fits our, you know, we're explorers, science, that kind of stuff. Undertake pilgrimage is not bad either, actually. Maybe. None of these really seem to line up. Raise monuments. No, not really. I think bear not false witness. The workings of the universe can only be discovered through truthful testimony, regardless of providence. This one's a tougher one to pick based on our, like, again, storyline, I guess, our driving force, but if we've been science-focused in the past, then I think it stands to reason that we continue that, right? So let's choose this tenet. And let's take a look at what's going on over here. The Celts, again, I will counter-offer, and they will refuse. If you don't want to pay for my friendship, then you don't really want it. These guys look like they're gonna drop dead over here. Pull you back to safety. I'd like to keep them exploring if possible. See where we might be able to continue, right? Why sacrifice them needlessly? Alright, we're good. Up over here, these guys are waiting. Hang on. Fields of plenty. Hark! Your empire is a land of plenty. Your city is a quiltwork of farms and small holdings that feed your hungry and ambitious people, while new methods of the age bring huge grain silos into your employ, transforming the farming landscape. As the sector scales up, you must now ask yourself if it is time the state ran the empire's farms. Interesting. Nationalized industries versus privatized industries. Privatization pushes us towards individualism, I suppose, and then nationalization pushes us, of course, towards collectivism. Now, I think we'll go towards the privatized industries. We've been trying to lean towards individualism previously, right? Like, as we expand, we've kind of decided, like, different cities will determine, our different colonies, as it were, if we can call them those, will determine how they operate, and that kind of pushed us towards individualism. It's a hard thing to... Yeah, okay, sure. You know, let's go for it. Let's enact privatized industries. Let's do it. With the influence we have, we really should be spending some of it. We really should be spending some of it. Legitimacy. Codified laws takes us over to progress. Religious tolerance. We could go with open-minded. Again, I think that makes more sense moving towards a world view. So, sure, let's go ahead and enact open-minded. +5 influence on territories under a religion's influence if territories follow state religion. That should be good for us. Good stuff. And I think that's it for now. Yeah, sure. That's it for now. This turn done as well. I get the school done soon. Move these guys down to here. Get these guys out to sea. They'll heal in the water just as well, so we'll leave them out there. And I do wonder... 180. Yeah, let's get them. Sure. We'll pull these guys in. We'll move together. Sure. What's the deal here? The Celts.
Are you interested?
You know what I'm going to say. I know you're going to refuse. Back up over here. Let's go ahead and push down to here. Poke our noses out ever so slightly. If we had more health, we wouldn't have to worry so much. Because we'd be able to take a little bit of damage on our way over, right? Still nothing. Okay, we'll have to pull back again. This is interesting. This is intriguing, if nothing else. Guys, we'll wait until these guys join it. And then war with the Celts. Oddly, kind of, fitting. Wealth of the faithless. The Empire stands for tolerance and religious freedoms. Faiths of many denominations welcome here. However, now that your own religion is stronger than ever, with 2 holy sites found across the land, you have the power to decide if minorities of other faiths should be subject to taxes for peaceful coexistence. Interesting how to deal with religious minorities. Liberty is, again, another thing we've been leaning towards. It's kind of funny. Everything over here is on the right side, except for liberty, which is on the left side. Worshippers of other faiths should not be burdened with our religion's taxes. I think that's fair. +1 stability on territories under a religion's influence if territories follow foreign religions. This will, like, never come up. I'm pretty sure we have religious dominance. But sure, we also have an excess of influence. Go ahead and do that. Now I wonder if... What's the stability? Oh my... I came to check. I'm glad I came to check. +20 stability. Wonder if... Where is... Oh my god. +5 stability times 2 would give us +10, right? Probably not a bad idea. Probably have the money to pay for this as well. Go ahead and establish a garrison maybe up top over here. Sure. 733. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive than I expected. How is the stability... What? What have I done? Fair enough. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. Go ahead and bring these guys down over here. Your stability is okay, but dropping as well. Once the school is done, we should consider establishing the public fountain to help with stability. And we should be okay.
I offer an
Oh, hello.
proposition.
Now it's even more fitting. The Celts have become the English. Now it's even more fitting. Fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better way for this to line up. Amazing. Guess we'll have to declare war the moment we set foot on their territory here. And that's fine. A surprise war it shall be. Up over here, let's go ahead and... Oh, it's so tempting to push down here, eh? What else could we do? We could pull back down and explore this region. There's a lot to see over here. We're so close to circumnavigating. Alright. Pull up to here. And maybe we'll explore what's going on down south over here. But we are very close to making our way fully across the world. That's awesome. This is the first time I've come this close. All I need to do is get another bireme out, basically. Guys, hang tight. You guys hang tight. End the turn there. How far can I push you? All the way down to there. Let's go. The English continue to request trade. It's like they're only... They know what's coming for them. They know what's coming for them. Alright. I can move you over to here to attack there. To make landfall there, I should say. And these guys will make landfall over here. That should be fine. They should be able to arrive at the same time. Why can I not disembark over here? That's strange. It looks like I should be able to. Maybe the terrain is a bit more raised than it actually seems to be. Alright. Play it safe. Play it safe. Play one more turn. End said turn. New grievance available against who? The Nubians.
Let's see how second sight goes.
Oppressing my people and oppressing the faithful. Because they've established a territory up over here where I guess my people... my, like, culture exists. And my religion exists as well. We'll see how that plays out. Right now I have to concern myself with the dire mutinous situation once again. Again, this will be done right now, I guess. Okay, keep this at 16. Wonderful. And we also established 13 turns is a lot of time to wait. 13 turns is a long time to wait for another set of stone rings over here. Let's go ahead with the another garrison. It makes sense that the garrison would bring stability, right? It's like you have a symbol of military might spread across the land. Let's go ahead and put it in this pass over here. 797. All right. Stability.
Are you interested?
Bane of my existence.
You fascinate.
All right, time to move in, I think. Yeah, pull you guys down here. And let's declare war. Can I not? There we go. Yes. A proper raid. War with the English. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Would you look at that? The Achaemenid Persians were waiting. They were waiting for us to be distracted elsewhere. And then they decided to pull the trigger. Very well. I don't know who you think you are, but you will be punished and put in your place. We're right over here. Can we use this Kothon 3 turns to get up there? Versus this way, it'll take 3 turns. Okay, so 3 turns either way. The benefit of having these points. Now, hang on a second. What if I... Well, I guess that's the closest I can establish one. Come up this way? Or come up this way? Let's come up this way, I think. Same amount of turns either way. We'll put them in their place. And we'll come down to Hattusa as well. Clever. Very clever. Very cheeky. Very cheeky. I wonder if I should establish one of these, like, down over here instead. Or for movement purposes more than anything else. Establish you here. And then we'll have to, like, yeah, once we strike them here, we'll come down this way, cross the water this way, cross this way, move down towards Hattusa. Yeah, that works. Cool. Very cool, very cool. Oh ho ho ho! I knew they were up to something. I knew they were up to something. Okay, we've got a siege over here. Yikes. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, okay, okay. Endure. I was wondering if I should establish a fortification over here or whatnot. Baekdu over here, unfortunately, they've established as well. You absolute fiends. Again, waiting for me to declare war.
A leader must be prepared to commit the most
Waiting.
despicable acts.
Alright. Fair enough. Can't blame them. Opportunistic as they are, I can't blame them. Let's see if we'll survive this. We might lose our capital temporarily. Temporarily. Blood or gold. The Empire falls perilously close to instability. Criminality on the rise in every corner of the land, but the presence of the City Watch gives you the first chance to punish wrongdoers in the way you see fit. Do you deprive them of material possessions, or use more crude methods? Damn, okay. Physical punishment. Crimes will be met with the lash of the whip, and obedience will follow. Or forfeiture. Criminals must be penalized with the loss of their worldly possessions. Interesting. I think we'll go with forfeiture, because it works with our... I mean, they both, I guess, push us slightly towards tradition here. But we'll determine that after we determine this war. We're in a touch of trouble here, folks. We're in a touch of trouble here. Especially up here. Don't know how quickly we can get up there. We can't join, unfortunately. Cheeky. Very cheeky. Oh, man. Alright. Well, I gotta commit. Push these guys down over here. I'm just a little too eager. I'm not sure. They're building their battering rams. And they've got... Oh no, 2 Gigir and 2 Spearmen. This is not a weak army by any means. This is not a weak army by any means. I wonder if... we'd be able to reinforce quickly enough. 308 gold. Costs quite a bit to establish a garrison. I was thinking if we establish a garrison over here, we'd be able to recruit a bunch of soldiers in the area and send them in relatively quickly. Man. Okay, alright, okay. It's a man to do. I guess we'll, if we lose our capital, we'll have to fight for it back, obviously. Oh, looks like we have some shallow water over here. Thank God. We'll survive this yet. Or not post researched. Yeah, that's great. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and research fortification, perhaps, and actually keep ourselves safe and alive. No, that would be too smart. Let's go ahead and chase after Seafaring Mastery. 20 turns. 20 turns. Yikes. Do it. There's a couple of other important choices that we're skipping past over here, and it does make me a little bit nervous. At least slightly. Battering ram will be done next turn, and I'm going to lose my militia next turn as well. These levies over here. Just going to grow stronger and stronger is the thing. We can strike over here. Make our move, and then we can try and reinforce up over there. It is 4 turns to get there. Guess I'll be damned if I don't try it, right? Win over here, then how much more quickly could we move, do you think? That's the question. That's the question, if we win over here first. No, let's try and defend the capital. See how quickly we can get there. Meanwhile, down over here, we might have bitten off more than we could chew. We're about to find out. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Move you down to here. Excellent. Safety in the shallow water. Keep pushing. Let's go. Let's go. Another seemingly useless archipelago. But you are actually able to upgrade. We just got to get you back to home territory to do that. The wages of war. Huh. Plus 50% money from ransacking, but reduced combat strength from ransacking. Or plundered wages, which is a more, I guess, worldly thing to do. Gives us less money from ransacking, but more combat strength from ransacking. Sure, plundered wages. That's the more worldly option, then so be it. The Achaemenid Persians feel differently about us. You don't say. They're actually losing support. They're actually losing war support, so that's good. At least there's that. Keep making our move up over here. Quickly as we can. They're sending some reinforcements of their own in as well, it looks like. Roads, man. Oh no. Got a battle down over here. Oh, we should be fine down there. Okay. What do we have over here? These guys looking okay. Let's keep pushing down this way. Anything more to explore here? Let's go. Oh, alright. There might be shallow water somewhere here. Guess we'll take a risk and find out. Back over here at Sidon. Geez, I don't know. I don't know. We could establish... We could go for the garrison. Up over here to help, like, reinforce and stuff. But I don't know if that's actually really worth anything. Stability is also pretty low. You know what? Let's, let's work on the stone rings, perhaps. Work on the stone rings... Out over here by the water? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. 16 turns it'll take. Down over here, it seems like we have a battle that we're going to win. What are we up against? 1 unit of swordsmen? We'll auto-resolve that then. Take that victory. Nice and easy. Keep pushing through. Well, hello. They will have the high ground, it seems. Might retreat, actually. They won't. Got their Yasati over here. We should be fine. We actually lost a unit there. We should be fine. Let's fight this ourselves, though. A little nervous about over there. Let's go. The AI's abilities here. I think we should be fine. Level terrain, at least as long as they don't have the high ground on us. Try this. Archers fire away. That tree cover is going to protect them. Good stuff. Send these guys in from the flank here. It'll probably isolate us against their reinforcing unit down over here, but what are you going to do? Yeah, let's push in. There we go. Push these guys in as well. Again, I could go into the defensive stance, but I would like to at least try and wipe one of them out first. Here they come. Yikes. Took a bit of damage there. Took a fair bit of damage there as well. Okay, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. These guys can fire over here, finish these guys off. Why don't we go ahead and do exactly that. Then we'll send our swords over here to try and damage these guys as much as possible and then go into a defensive stance with these guys. Or maybe even pull them back, truth be told. Hold on over here. We might want to pull this army back and heal them up. Oh, you know, we can do a fair bit of damage here, actually. Let's go into defense. They'll come for us. We'll crush them, hopefully. Yeah, okay, good. As long as the unit isn't destroyed. Because then we can just replenish them. We don't have to worry about, you know, having to spend the pop to get the recruitment done and anything like that. Battle at Imai is victorious, so we need to get out of here. Got a little too eager there. I've gotten a little too eager across the board over here, it seems. We're in trouble up here, too. Hera Star unlocked. Well, thank you very much. War declared by the Morians. Why?
Tell me about yourself.
What have we done to you? Why don't you like us? This is troubling, to say the least. Pull you up to here? Oh, good. There's some shallow water over here. We'll be fine. A war on 3 fronts out of nowhere, too. Okay, not entirely out of nowhere. The Achaemenids I'm not too surprised by, I guess. But everybody else, the Morians? Why the Morians? I mean, the Celts, okay, I declared that war. The Morians we have done nothing to. I guess you want to fight over here, eh? Against one Gesati. Let's retreat. Let's pull back. Let's not be fools over here. And if I lose units, again, it'll cost me pop and stuff, right? Like, that's not something I'm looking to do over here. And I should probably look to recruiting more soldiers sooner rather than later, actually. Got those 4 up over there. Why don't we go ahead and recruit some soldiers to this spot over here to help put Nisa under siege. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves. See, we don't have the iron we need because Byblos is under siege. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's okay. We'll get some archers at least. Okay, for 1, 2 sets of archers. Alright. And then we'll get swordsmen. Next turn we should be able to relieve Byblos, and we'll get swordsmen then. Meanwhile over here, continue... Nope, stay put. This is nerve-wracking. Meanwhile, we've got a revolution pending as well. On the turn here. Close losing population. Okay, reinforcements are coming. Reinforcements are coming. We're okay. Down over here, let's pull back into relative safety, I suppose. Heal up. Up over here, push in and relieve the siege. There we go. Beautiful. I think it's time to sortie. I think we should be fine here with the reinforcements having arrived. I mean, again, that's why we made this push, right? Is to use the reinforcements for this. So why would we hesitate now? Meanwhile, okay, once that's done, we'll have access to the iron again, so we can get those swordsmen, which is great. These guys will pull back and heal. What else have we got going on? Ooh, hello, little thing to discover over here. These guys, you're hanging tight for now. They put. You are able to move further now. Let's go. And then we'll dive into defend our capital. I can't believe it's come to this. Alright, looks like we're pretty good over here. Yeah, looks like we'll be good over here. Okay, great. Wonderful. We're not hitting the end turn button. We are... Where are we? Here. Time for a sortie. Let's win this. Will you stand and fight? Absolutely. Manual battle? Do this ourselves. We will crush them. We will make them pay. Alright. Now again, our reinforcements need to spawn, so we just have to be wary of that. Holding the line over here in the meanwhile. Our flag is where our flag is. Where's our flag? Presumably it'd be over here. Oh, right, we're the ones attacking. It's our sortie, right? So they're the ones who have to defend their flag. Okay, cool. Think this is reasonable. We are not able to reinforce until the battle begins. So let's end deployment here. Okay. Okay, and let's get into it. Spears over here. Pull you guys out. Pull our archers back over here and over here to fire. And the swords could go out. Okay, so archers. Pull you back over here, please. No line of sight, it says. Again, it's very confusing. But fire away at these spears. I assume from back over here we're not going to have line of sight either. At least we did some damage. take what I can get, honestly. Take what I can get. Alright. These archers, let's pull you out to here. Stay safe. Fire away. Come on, give me that max damage. I need that negative 25. We get lucky. Fire away. Nice, not bad. Negative 20, I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, now, our swordsmen. Pull one out up over here, and then the other one can attack from over here, I think. Get you up over here. Get these guys out as well. Because that way we get the extra plus from friendly units. Go ahead and strike down over here. Excellent. Okay, feeling much better. Now, you might be able to come over here and finish these guys off. Apparently not. What about this? Oh. Yeah, that extra... Got quite a few bumps, actually. I wonder if... Because I'd like to try and, like, destroy the Gigir. They're a dangerous unit. Alright, you know what? Let's stick to destroying at least the spearmen. Our levies don't really stand a chance over here. I guess if anything I could stack against the spearmen over here. Okay, fine. Let's try this. I guess we can't do that. 1v1, unfortunately. Alright, fine. Let's stick to this. Not ideal, but at least it's something, I guess. But it isn't ideal, though. It is not ideal. Let's go ahead and get you defending. Let's get you defending as well. And let's go ahead and get you up over here, trying to keep these guys occupied. A risky move. That hurt a lot. Alright, I believe it is their turn. We'll see what they do here. We might lose all of our levies, but if our swords and archers can get some work done, that's all I really need. I let them have the high ground back over here. Holding the line there. Okay, excellent. Took a lot of damage there. Not ideal. Okay, it's okay. Alright, so our archers back over here should be able to fire. They've got their tree cover up there as well, unfortunately. I wonder... Nah, too far away. Also too far away. Okay, let's fire away this Gigir. Try to take care of it, I think, first. Wish I'd held on to the high ground a bit better. Fire away. A bit of damage there. Excellent. Again, this battle will last 4 turns. 3 rounds each. Fire away again. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, we could go into defense with these guys. Oh, we're so close to destroying them, actually. Here's what we'll do. Pull you guys over here. Attack with you first. Oh, come on now. Okay. Oh, like, don't tell me you like did less than minimum damage. That wouldn't make sense. Guess +1 from friendly is all we can hope for here. Alright, let's go for it. Not ideal. Again, fighting up from the low ground. But it's not the end of the world. We can again hold our ground over here, I suppose. Defend, you as well. Defend these sacrificial levies. Try to get some damage done. Negative 25. If it happens, that's huge. If it happens, that's huge. You know what? No. Defend, so we can draw their attention to us. You know, force them to waste an attack, hopefully. That's exactly what they're doing. Okay, excellent. Did well against these spears over here, looks like. Alright, we're looking good. We're looking good. We've got this. Units are awaiting my orders. Go ahead and send you forward to here, I suppose. Trying to shoot at these spears, I think. Maybe over here instead. Yeah, good stuff. Again, no line of sight. But I'll take it. Fire away. Come on. Excellent. Let's get these archers up as well. Sure, over to here. I just want to make sure our swords are able to engage these battering rams, because the swords can destroy the battering rams in one attack, if I'm not mistaken. I want to make sure that gets taken care of. making our militarist gains as well, so that's good. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad that they've declared all these wars on me. And these swords up over here to crush this battering ram. Easily done. And these swords to crush this one. Beauty. The Romans ended a treaty. They downgraded your treaty, non-aggression pact, to tolerate skirmishes. Why? What are you doing? Why is everyone picking on me right now? You declare one surprise war. All of a sudden, everyone's got an issue with you. We're doing okay over here, actually. We're doing alright. Archers will finish the job, I think. Should be able to. Ah, but not this turn. Next turn. Fair enough, fair enough. Wild. Okay, we've unlocked a militarist star. Beautiful. A lot of units are being killed in this battle over here. What else is going on? These guys have changed their opinion of us, I guess. Fair enough. Now, this is unfortunate because we haven't freed up the iron, which I really wanted to get the recruitment done over here. A little unfortunate. These guys are pulling back to heal up. After this battle is done, these guys will pull back to heal up as well because they are getting hurt. And on their way down, I think this victory will more or less crush the Achaemenid Persians. And I think when we take Nisa, it'll hurt them even more. And I think that'll be the end of that war potentially. And then back again, we'll focus on the English, I suppose, our primary target. Yikes. Well, folks, I suppose we could hit end turn right now. Why not? Let's at least win this battle over here, right? Let's win this battle over here. Dive on in. Units are awaiting our orders. Destroy the Gigir, please, and thank you. Down you go. Honestly, the gall of the Achaemenid Persians. How dare they even try? Now, we'll heal up quickly enough as we make our way to Nisa. We are, again, now able to recruit the swordsmen if we want to. Right, because we have access to that iron now, though, given how that victory went through, I'm a bit more relaxed now, I'm not going to lie to you. Less relaxed about this situation, though. What is the deal here? Stability is going up to 51%. 0 going up to 36%, though. The siege doesn't help stability, as you can imagine. So hopefully we'll be okay next turn. These guys are pulling back to heal up. Let's do exactly that. And you know what? We'll at least want more swordsmen in this army. So why don't we go ahead and get you coming through. So we can group up down over here. These two archers, maybe we'll use them to help against Nisa as well. They're in the area. We have reinforcements now. We've got the technology, so maybe we'll do that instead. And maybe these 6 can push against Hattusa if necessary. And these 4 will push against Harappa and whatever else the English have on these lands of theirs. These rather prosperous lands of theirs. This is very fitting for us to go ransacking and raiding and conquering. But that, folks, will have to wait until next time. This is where we're calling it a session. Almost had to call it an entire series. Byblos almost fell there. That was a little nerve-wracking, I'll be honest with you. But no, we're still the dominant culture over here, doing quite well. The most famed as well by a long shot. And I'm sure pretty soon we'll be entering the next era, actually. Agrarian stars and builder stars are right around the corner. And with all these wars on our hands, we're guaranteed to get these militarist stars extremely quickly. Folks, I hope you had a good time. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do, what I don't do. Again, y'all know the drill by now. As always, of course, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.